Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Toon Review, where tonight it is, of course, the England versus Germany watch-along with myself and my co-commentator there, Gary Neville. Now, we are watching it on different streams, both on laptops, so we'll see what it's like when it kicks off, how aligned we are. I don't think it'll be too bad, actually, so we'll wait and see. We'll look at the lineups straight away, Alex, because they are major talking points, of course. You look at the England side, and we go with Nick Pope, who gets a second game, which I'm very, very surprised about. We've got Reece James, Luke Shaw, John Stones, Eric Dyer, Harry Maguire, Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, the captain, Raheem Sterling, and Phil Foden. Now, what that screams to me, Alex, is that back three have no pace at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same situation we were in against Italy, except Stones is slower than Kyle Walker, albeit he's a more competent centre-back because he is the centre-back. So, yeah. 6 of one and half dozen of the other, really. Yeah,
well, it is what it is, as you say. It's a terrible lineup for me. We've got no pace in defence, and we'll be under pressure, basically straight from the off, I reckon. Germany lineup like this: Marc-Andre ter Stegen starts. They've got David Raum, Thilo Kehrer, Joshua Kimmich, Kai Havertz, Jamal Musiala, Niklas Süle, Jonas Hoffmann, Leroy Sané, Ilkay Gundogan, and, of course, Nico Schlotterbeck. What do you make of their lineup, Alex?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's nice to see Hoffman in the lineup from Mönchengladbach. He's had a really, really good start to the season. So, yeah, I mean, they seem stronger than us across a lot of the pitch. I mean, arguably, Kane's better than Havertz. And you could argue that Rice and Bellingham is a better partnership than Kimmich and where's he gone? Who's the other one? Gundogan, but that's a really close one. That's arguable. So, yeah,
so what formation do you feel stronger in, Alex?
I'd imagine they'd go a 4-2-3-1. To be honest, with the Havertz up top, probably Musiala in behind the striker, and then Sané and Hoffman on either side, and then they'd have a double pivot of Gundogan and Kimmich. Like, I'd be surprised if they didn't do that. 4 at the back. If they do anything different, then I'm wrong. But that's what it feels like.
Well, on my stream, I've got a countdown to kickoff of 5 minutes, 55 seconds. So, yeah, what I'm going to try and do is while we're talking, I'm going to try and go into what you said, Alex, and then we'll be somewhere a lot level. So, do you have to sign in or anything?
Yeah, I had to make sure I'd signed in with my email address for Channel 4, as you normally do.
Well, I'll crack on with that.
They're just leading the teams out now.
Teams are coming out. Bloody hell. Okay. Right. Well, there we have it. We'll go through a couple of comments in a second.
We're wearing that red kit, the new red kit, but we've got a blue tracksuit top with it, which is a bit odd. It doesn't suit it at all. Very strange. I know a lot of people complain about the kits. I liked this red one, well, more than the other one, but I don't quite get the blue top with it. We've definitely done better kits than this.
I hate the kit. I absolutely hate it. Right, let me just...
Still a lot of empty seats at the moment, despite there being a rumoured...
I don't think there'll be a big crowd there. I really don't.
Well, it's a rumoured sellout, but it's
really
still seats filling up at the moment, yeah.
Good. Right, if you just talk us through, Alex, what's going on, and I'll just...
Well, we're just going through the German national anthem, so we'll let them sing their song, whatever it is.
Indeed.
They've gone for ter Stegen in goal tonight. Obviously, I'm pretty sure Neuer had to pull out because of COVID, so they've got Barcelona.
It was COVID, was it?
I think it was COVID, yeah. And obviously a slightly more makeshift centre-back partnership with Schlotterbeck and Süle. To be fair, both of them quite slow as well. They're very, Süle's very slow. But so was Bonucci on Friday for Italy. But it doesn't seem to matter. It doesn't matter.
It's the pace. It's the pace at the back that I'm worried about for England tonight. Just honestly, just frightens me. John Stones isn't that quick. Harry Maguire certainly isn't quick. But there you go.
But this is a good chance for people who don't watch outside the Premier League to see players like Kimmich play, Musiala and Hoffman as well. There's some good talent floating around.
Is the German national anthem still going on in yours, Alex?
Yes.
All right. Well, I think I'm level with you now. So good.
They've just clapped to finish.
Yeah, I'm pretty much where you are. So that's okay then. Right. There we have it. Right. So we are level, so we should get a bit of level-ish, so we should be in a bit of commentary. Good for tonight. Let's just have a look at some of the comments before we get cracking. How's the bacon? Says Luke Shaw starting. Christ. Gary says, good evening, everybody, and the usual no spoilers. Definitely no spoilers, guys. Just wait until me and Alex have said what we've said in commentary, and then, of course, as usual on a watch-along, discuss it then. Stu says, I'm only here to support the Toon review. England are like watching paint dry. Southgate is a lettuce seed. Well, that makes a lettuce seed and a cabbage seed. Prediction 3-0 to Germany, says P. Keith. Southgate sacked in the morning. England win the World Cup. I'll be honest, I'm struggling myself watching this England side at the moment. Ken, good evening. Hi, Paul and Alex. Hope you get a good game tonight. If you get a game like poor Billy had for his last 3 and you're still both awake at the end, you've both done well. Yeah, I guess so. Dave says this is going to hurt. Back 5 at home. This could be embarrassing. This is basically Germany's B team, so let's put that out there. They have got a few reserves, haven't they, playing for them? Because I was listening to the radio before, Alex, and a lot of the pundits on the radio think that this could actually be Gareth Southgate's near enough starting lineup for the World Cup.
Oh, I bloody hope not. Considering we've got no Tomori in there. Tomori, I don't want to hear anything from Man United or Tottenham fans. Tomori is far clear the better centre back than either of those two.
I'm staggered he's not playing tonight. Why is he not? The thing is, Alex, why is Tomori not being given a chance tonight? Because
I'm not sure. Is he not injured or something? Because is he not even on the bench? Something must have happened. There's no way he leaves him out.
Is he on the bench?
I don't think he is.
No,
something must have happened because there's no way he doesn't pick Tomori. He'd be brain dead if he didn't.
But this is that.
But we have the players, we have the centre backs and the full backs to play a back 4. We have a competent double pivot in front. Arguably, Henderson can also play in that role because he does for Liverpool. He isn't as good as he was 2-3 years ago. I completely agree, but he's still good enough to play against the likes of Wales and the USA. Surely, like he's competing at the top end of the Premier League. There's no reason we can't be lining up with 4 at the back and playing a little bit more aggressive football.
So it looks like Germany won 4-2-3-1 according to that lineup there.
Yes, yeah. So that was the predicted one. So it was right.
So have you got the substitutes up on the screen at the minute?
Yeah, the German ones are a bit to be desired. I mean, they've got Serge Gnabry and Timo Werner on, which are the big hitters for them. They've also got Thomas Müller on the bench. Southampton's Bella Kotchap. They got Matthias Ginter, who a lot of people were interested in for us once upon a time when we needed some more centre backs. Robin Gosens, who we were also interested in as a fullback. So a lot of big names that they can bring on. Muller, Werner, Gnabry as attackers. So there's a lot of attackers on the bench.
Is your stream showing them just bringing flowers onto the pitch?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. Tony says Prozac are available in the Toon Review shop just in case it's as bad as the last game. Thank God for this channel. Just knock the commentary off on the normal telly. You don't want to hear them. Me and Alex will put the good commentary to all you fine fellows and folk tonight and ladies out there. Jack says 2-1 Germany and Maguire red card, last man rugby tackle on Timo Werner. Southgate said he would do something different and he puts this side out, expecting to be thumped by Germany. Kevin's also expecting a pasting. Paul just switched the telly on, man. I'm sorry, I'm not at the TV. I'm in the sort of studio room, so I can't. But I do apologise, Tom. Good evening, KB. Hope you're well out there in Belfast. They've put the words up on the screen for the new national anthem. Really? Wow. Okay.
That's embarrassing.
Online is
about silence at the moment for the Queen.
Yeah, exactly. We'll respect that. Yep, that was seemed to be very well. I've got the sound on, but I presume it was well.
That was
well done.
Not a peep, not a boo, nothing.
Really?
That was brilliant from Wembley. Yeah, well done.
Superb.
Well done to everybody at Wembley. That was
absolutely
the quietest I've heard so far.
So Germany, we're going to be kicking left to right as we see it. And again, guys, me and Alex might be slightly behind because we're not watching it on domestic TV channels. We're watching it through the computers, which is normally a minute behind. Please don't put any spoilers in the comments. The mods will just simply remove you from the comments if you're going to spoil it for everybody. Not everybody will be watching it on TV as well. They'll be watching it through streams as well. So please just enjoy the commentary and discuss it as we talk about it. Germany go left to right. It looks like Timo Werner there ready to get the game underway. And here we go. We are underway. And Germany have the very interesting strip, that, Alex, I have to say. The black line down the middle.
I'm not too keen on either strips, to be fair. These are not the best kits for Germany or England.
It's not, it's not the red kit that you'd normally see England in, is it? It's a kind of, dare I say, a kind of a luminous red. Harry Kane there getting stuck in already. Referee having a word with Harry Kane. I thought, that's a foul. But you know what it is? Harry Kane, we all know what he's like when he gets up, alongside defenders and watches them where they're running. And he does that little duck sometimes, doesn't he? Which could cause a serious injury one day.
I think if he was just shielding there, I don't think there was anything in that. The defender had put his arms in Kane's back and Kane was shielding.
But we know what these continental referees are like, though. Any kind of physicality like that doesn't get a look in. And Germany coming straight down the right-hand side here. Good tackle that by Luke Shaw. Bursting forward, plays the ball to Sterling. He loses out. Germany win the ball back in the middle. Now coming down the right-hand side. That's a bad pass. Sterling's got away. Cuts inside, gives it to Harry Kane. Kane now. That was it. How late was that, by the way? Kane's foaming with a referee. Something's come.
Yellow.
Is that somebody's lost a? What the hell is that? That the referee's walking over? Something fell out of somebody's sock by the looks of things there. But here is Harry Maguire, and he certainly doesn't look in any rush. He's going for a long ball. God help us all, and it's to absolutely nobody. But that's a poor header. Now, Reece James plays it down the line to Harry Kane. Can he get a cross in? It's deflected, and it's a throw. Bright start by England, Alex.
Yeah, arguably that should have been a yellow card for bringing Kane down very late. If that was the 80th minute, that'd have definitely been a yellow card. So I think it should be in minute 2 as well.
Harry Maguire again bursting forward. Plays it outside to Luke Shaw. Shaw's got nobody making a run for him there. Nobody running the channel, and it's got to go all the way back again. This is what happened against Italy when they were getting so far up the pitch and then they were having to go backwards all the time. A lot of the pundits, Alex, before this game were saying that they were quite happy to see Eric Dyer in the side because they think he's playing very well this season. And again, Nick Pope's distribution. He's just kicked it straight out of play. Yeah, he did have a problem with this on Friday.
Yeah, that wasn't even to anybody. That's not where the fullback was standing. That's not where the midfielder was standing. Terrible. He's just kicked it straight out for a throw. Very uncharacteristic of him.
Germany now played all the way back to ter Stegen in goal, and they will start from the back again. I'm interested to see how England press tonight because, they've got, technically there's nothing to play for in this because they're relegated anyway. However, they won't want to go out with another loss, will they, to be honest?
No, it's important for confidence for the World Cup. We need to get some structure. We need to get some belief back in the lads, regardless of what's going on.
Absolutely.
A good performance is more important than the result, in my opinion. We just need to play well because despite Southgate's comments, Friday was not a good performance. This needs to be.
King Hoddle says, I love Harry Kane. Are you listening, Billy? Well, you're probably going to love, because he plays for Tottenham, I guess. But here come the Germans down the right-hand side. But again, slack pass now. Sterling. He's got 2 German players all over him. Not really any help coming in from England players there. Declan Rice just seemed to stand and look at him. It's a throw-in anyway.
Yeah, Shaw and Rice with no help there. That was just leaving Sterling on his own.
Foxy says, I hope Pope can have a flawless game in possession, but a poor start again. I'm not sure whether it's nerves or something with him, but his kicking was terrible on Friday night. Billy did make a point of saying that. Numerous times he just kicked the ball straight out of play.
Yeah, I think it was two long balls he achieved. It was quite poor statistically as well.
Anyway, Reece James has it. Plays it back to Bellingham now. Bellingham back out to Reece James. Back to Bellingham. England going backwards here. John Stones into Reece James. Reece James has Germans all over him. Back to Bellingham. Germany pressing quite hard here, forcing England right back, and it goes back to Nick Pope, who will launch one again. Looking for Harry. No, that's Raheem Sterling. Nice little touch to Harry Kane. Kane plays it out left. He's overhit that, though. Poor ball from Harry Kane there. Could have been away.
Yeah, he tried to hit it with the outside of his foot, trying to be too clever. Both teams playing really, really short, like under-hitting passes, over-hitting passes. They're nervous. It's a bit erratic so far in the first 5 minutes.
I know that pretty much there's nothing to play for in this game, but you've got to remember it's England, Germany, and none of these nations will want to lose to each other at all. So that we get the benefit of that, really, don't we? That they don't want to lose the game.
No, you can definitely see it's a little bit of a nervy start, not willing to commit too much. They're committing physically, but with passes and stuff, they're being a bit nervy.
Rice to Shaw. Shaw just before the halfway line plays it down the left. It's asking a lot of Raheem Sterling. The thing is, I'm not sure of some of these German players' names off the bat, where they've been pretty much a changed side. Is that Raum? Is that how you pronounce that? R-A-U-M?
Raum. Something like that.
England now pressing, trying to get the ball off the Germans, but they play it out nicely to Stegen. Will go out to Kehrer on the right-hand side. Plays it inside. There's a lot of space here as Germany come forward, looking for the run of Havertz, but he's held up well there by Declan Rice. But they still come back forward again. England just need to keep the line here. Germany trying to look for a way through. Gundogan out to Raum. And that's a terrible pass. That is awful. Straight out of play again. And just
terrible.
It's like we've been talking. I mean, this game hasn't, the passing hasn't exactly started very well, has it? It hasn't looked like a free-flowing game the first 6 or 7 minutes.
But even so, it definitely looks like their formation is giving them a far more benefit than ours is us, as they just switched it from left to right, drove into a big right open space. There's a big hole in the midfield because we're playing a back five and we're sitting as a back five. And it's visibly obvious when they're pressing us.
There's definitely space. Germany just playing it around on the halfway line here, just under no real pressure from any England player. Trying to work the spaces, trying to run the lines, but nothing happening. Gundogan again, he's had to come right back the halfway line. He seems to be their sort of quarterback for tonight, doesn't he, Gundogan? You'd probably expect that. Nice little turn there. Oh, England sliding in. There's a German gone flying through the air, but it's a 3-on-3 here. And Phil Foden bringing the ball forward, plays it out to Harry Kane. Sterling was in an offside position. Kane, that's an awful ball. I mean, God. I mean, that's poor, Alex. I mean, that was a big opportunity there. I mean, the first pass really was over. Foden nearly lost the ball. He runs with it. It takes a bad touch there, just manages to get it out to Harry Kane. And I think he's trying to aim for Foden at the back post, but it was way overhit.
Yeah, I mean, for all the criticism Sterling gets, Sterling made a brilliant run and was right in behind, onside. Foden with nothing, Kane with nothing. They need to release him when he makes those runs because he can score. He did it for City. He does it for Chelsea. If he makes that run, you've got to play him in. It could have been a good chance.
Or they have a cave troll says, if you were going to do this match, you should have done your German homework. Well, some of us have children who've been poorly today and off school and prevented me from doing any homework. So I do apologise.
What did we get wrong? We just read the lineups and said who people play for. And
yeah. But never mind. There's always the funsters in here. But never mind. Here's Kehrer for Germany. Pulls it back to Gundogan. Again, England staying reasonably disciplined there. Cross comes in, but that's a header away from Eric Dyer. And Germany are going to get their first corner of the game. Good covering that by Eric Dyer. I'm not sure the cross was going to... I don't think he was going to get there anyway. Havertz, was he? But Dyer didn't know that.
He played him onside for it. If he'd have just stayed with his defensive line, it would have been offside anyway. But he took a step back and had to defend it.
Germany get a corner. Just over 9 minutes gone. It hasn't exactly been a pulsating start from England. It's an in-swinging corner. It's very high to the back post. Havertz battling with John Stones here. And John Stones comes out on top and bursts forward. Great play from John Stones, that. Bringing the ball forward. And that's a lovely ball through to Raheem Sterling. Slightly paced off it, but Sterling's done well. Almost played a beautiful ball through for Foden, who would have been clean through. Harry Kane, again, a heavy touch from him. Again, stops a good attack.
The counters there. It looks like there's definitely counters happening. It's definitely something to exploit. Kane just needs to switch on. A lot of sloppy passes from Kane so far. Very poor.
He seems to have lead boots on tonight. There's no doubt about that. But the ball's
Ivan Toney would relish those kinds of counter attacks.
Oh, yeah.
He eats them up all day long for Brentford, and he's on the bench.
But it's because it's Harry Kane, and Harry Kane will always be there as far as.
He played Friday with relegated.
Yeah, no, there's no reason why he can't try some different players today. Anyway, Gundogan with a shot, and that's just gone around a couple of feet over the bar. No problems for Nick Pope.
Pope got tackled.
Hey?
Pope lost the ball in the box. Did you not see?
Oh, just
What's
there,
the
yeah.
replay?
Oh, dear.
Pope's having a mare. It's a shame.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's given Gareth Southgate many problems, to be honest. That's the thing. This was a big opportunity for him to give Southgate a headache ahead of the World Cup, and
he doesn't play like this for us. It's very out of character. It seems like a different goalkeeper.
Kane with a flick on, looking for Sterling, but Germany again control the ball. Seem very composed on the ball, the Germans, don't they? They're not panicking at all. They're just playing some lovely one-touch football, two-touch football, and away they come again.
Well, most of their starting 11, they play for quite dominant teams. They're quite used to having the ball, Kimmich and Gundogan especially, whereas a lot of our lads aren't always used to that.
Declan Rice has done really well there. It's freed Sterling up on the left-hand side. Two Germans come across, and Sterling battling hard. He's still got the ball, and he wins the throw, and he did well there because it looked like he lost the ball initially. But he won it
Sterling
back.
looks sharp.
He does. He does. Luke Shaw, who, he's sweating like a pig already. That's because he hasn't played any football this season, which is madness. Here's Sterling. Nice little ball back to Kane. Looks for the 1-2, but again, I don't think that was on there. I think the Germans read that quite well. But Harry Kane, the last 3 or 4 touches he's had haven't been that impressive at all.
No,
Luke Shaw's got
used
to throw in.
The link-up play striker, and his link-up play just isn't non-existent so far.
Which is exactly what we need from our lone striker, is link-up player, and that looks like an offside against Declan Rice. But yes, hey, eagle-eyed there. Did you see that, Alex? Eagle-eyed.
I mean, the fullback did put his hand up.
I know. Paul says Pope really needs to switch on. Ian says, hello, Paul and Alex. Hope you get a good game to commentate on. Spacebar says perhaps confidence issues.
He was
sorry.
On. That looked on to me.
Well, perhaps confident issue with Pope, or not confident while the defence in front of him. A lot of our lads are not used to playing week in, week out. Roy says, "Alright, lads, Southgate is a numpty, but gotta love him." Gotta love him, have we? Maguire. That's just slightly overhit that, but he did well there, Harry Maguire, I have to say. Ghosted round 3 Germans there and played the ball through for Raheem, but unfortunately it didn't happen there. Paul says, I think it's just nerves with Nick Pope. He had plenty of time to prevent that, though. Yeah, it was a rather heavy touch, to be honest. And his distribution hasn't really been the best. Germany have it now. A little bit of a spell there for England, but nothing to write home about chance-wise. That's a certainty. Phil Foden looks up for this as well. He's pressing very well, Alex.
Yeah, we definitely look organised. We look more organised than we did the other day. A couple of players look a bit more hungry. Rice looks quite hungry. Maguire looks like he's fairly switched on. Sterling's having a good game so far. Foden needs to switch on a bit more with his passing, as does Kane. Yeah. But Germany don't look invincible, but they do look a lot sharper than us with passing triangles and stuff. They definitely have a bit more
They do look
They have
sharper
that
than us
down
going
in
forward as
midfield.
Maguire's just lost it and won it. I think that's another corner to Germany. Harry Maguire went to clear the ball. Unfortunately, didn't get anywhere with it. Germany won it back, and now it's another corner for the Germans. There's just no fluency in our places, Paul, going forward anymore. It doesn't, which is a worry. But hopefully it'll come.
Midfielder. We're outnumbered in the midfield. It's no wonder we can't play some neat triangles and then release a runner because we're overrunning the midfield.
Corner for Germany, right to the back post again. It's headed back in. Maguire gets a header away. Bellingham there again. Not a great header from Bellingham. Header away from Harry Kane. And then Sterling just whacks it forward. Phil Foden gives... That's nice defending. That was superb from the German centre-back there. Just took the ball, strode forward all in one touch. Sorry?
That was Mr. Schlotterbeck.
Who we were linked to in the summer, of course.
Yeah, he's
Briefly,
a very tidy left-sided centre-back he is.
Here he is on the ball again. Look how deep Gundogan's coming for the ball, though. He's literally coming right back alongside his centre-backs. Havertz, little touch there. Back out to Schlotterbeck. Is it Schlotterbeck or back? It's back, isn't it?
I think it's Schlotterbeck.
Beck. Oh, I knew I'd get it wrong. How the effect does Maguire and Shaw get in the squad and they're not even playing for Man United? Well, only Mr. Southgate can give you the answer to that one. What's going on here? Arguing with the referee.
I think the linesman's given a foul against Reece James in that build-up. Gundogan tried a
This
funny
is a dangerous spot. England players. No. What the hell has Reece James done with his hair, by the way? Can I just a little ball of pink at the front, then blonde, and then the rest of his hair black? I don't get that at all. I mean, he's done that for a bet, hasn't he? He must have. He must have done that for a bet. But this is a dangerous position.
I mean, there's 4 people standing over the ball. I've got no idea who's going to take it. I'd imagine Gundogan potentially.
Well, Sane's taking a big... It looks like he's taking a big run-up, but that could be to fool everybody. Gundogan, Kimmich and Sane all over the ball here. Luke Shaw lying behind the wall. I think Sane is going to hit this. Then again, it's more positioned, I think, for Gundogan, isn't it?
I think it looks better for Gundogan, but it's both. They're both good angles in theory. I'd probably say the right footer would be my choice.
It's Sane, and it's straight into the wall. Hit Harry Kane there, and a good burst of pace out from the back. I think
that's a foul. It's got to be a foul. Thank you.
Yeah,
they're all over him.
That was actually a good break from Reece James there, wasn't it? He just got the ball and went.
That's more of what we want to see from him, to be honest.
Ooh, tell you what. Gundogan was about to appeal for handball there, and he must have thought, nah, if I do that, I'll look an idiot. The arms didn't move up or anything like that. Long ball played from England again, looking for Harry Kane. He wins the flick on, but unfortunately Sterling can't get there. Schlotterbeck clears away again, and the whistle's blown again for a foul by Havertz on Eric Dyer. And there is Mr. Southgate, dressed all in black for his own funeral.
Dyer's going to take... strange prepubescent mustache as well, which is a strange fashion choice there, Mr. Kai.
Awful free kick from Dyer. Straight to the German defender. Oh, awful. Raum now on the left-hand side, cuts inside to Gundogan, who's seen a lot of the ball for Germany. Kimmich, Schlotterbeck now. And Germany look to build again from the back. But good pressing from Raheem Sterling. It's got to go back to Stegen. Just over 18 minutes gone at Wembley. We've still got no score. No real opportunities in the game for either team, really. If one team looks slightly better than the other, I think Germany look good going forward, but haven't, again, created anything to hurt us. And that's an awful ball from Stegen right to Nick Pope.
Yeah, poor from both sides so far.
It is. Drab, I think is the word, Alex. Again. As Pope goes long, again looking for the captain, Harry Kane. Bellingham can't hold on to the ball. Germany have it again. Kimmich. He's going to chip that over the top, looking for the runner Havertz down the channel. He's got Eric Dyer for company, and Dyer does well. He did very well, Eric Dyer, but there's a poor clearance again. Kimmich and Gundogan are running this midfield at the minute for the Germans. That's a foul, surely. Just
very well done from Sterling to win that aerial duel as well.
I know. It's not often you say that about Raheem Sterling winning aerial duels.
I think he went up against Kimmich and won it in the air. That's very impressive.
Bellingham wins the free kick for England. Why is Sean Maguire starters? They can't see the pitch at Man United. No idea. Germany will win this 3-1. So Susan Prescott. Billy says, James going for England. Red and white dye. Unfortunately, the white looks blonde with a natural black. His hair is now German flag colours. Yeah. Cheers, Billy. That's an dear me. Here come the Germans again. Gundogan. Havertz at the back post screaming for the ball. They haven't given him it yet. Here's Kimmich. Kimmich will go towards the back post, but that's not really the ball that was on there. Good play by Reece James and now Foden. Oh, dear me. Awful defending from England. Just suicidal passes. Hoffman's gone down because I think Nick Pope had to get to that ball rather quickly there, Alex.
Yeah, awful. Just awful. That whole phase. Luke Shaw started it off with a big just pass into an empty midfield with no red shirts. And then Germany just swarm, and it could have been a goal there. Just awful from Luke Shaw. Not good enough
on
at
the
club
ball
level,
for England.
never mind international level.
Long ball again, absolutely to nobody. Germany just settled the ball down with Kimmich again now in the middle of the park, right on the halfway line, plays it inside. Nice little turn, but that's good play from Declan Rice. Back with Dyer now, who really hits a ball hard to Nick Pope, who then clears out to the right-hand side.
Yeah, the last couple of balls to Nick Pope are not his fault. They need to feed him better than that.
He's that incident again. Just suicidal passing. Absolutely suicidal passing. And Hoffman nearly nipped in to score there. Sometimes England are their own worst enemies, to be honest. Reece James is brought down there. That's going to be a free kick for England. He did well there. I think he played for that free kick and won it quite well. Paul says, what are these passes back to Pope, man? F and hell. Tony says, this strip is very similar to the strip of the German Empire in 1908. Well, I wasn't alive back then, so I wouldn't know. Here's Luke Shaw for England. Terrible ball in again. Just nothing, Alex.
Just the whole phase of play there was wrong. The ball, Reece James's free kick, the ball was moving, which is not allowed. Like, if you're going to play football, play the rules or just stop. That was awful.
Here's John Stones. He goes over the top looking for the run of Bellingham.
John Stones' long balls.
Scrappy play there. Foden going in there. Now Harry Kane. No offside there because it came off a German. Harry Kane on the right-hand side of the area now. Plays it back to Reece James. Reece James is tackled quite easily and Germany break away now. This could be interesting. England do have players back. Where's Luke Shaw? Where was he going there? Germany now down the other end. Cross comes in, looking for the back post. This is an opportunity. Somehow bouncing around, and it's cleared away eventually by, I think, Harry Maguire. Indeed.
Absolutely pathetic attempts from Luke Shaw to try and close down a cross. They were non-existent.
He was in the middle of the pitch at one stage there on the Germany attack.
Well, he's basically holding hands with Maguire instead of trying to charge down the cross. I think he needs to be subbed. I'd sub him at 20 minutes with this kind of play. He's arguably,
But what do you expect? He's never played all season. But this is the whole point of the complaints about Gareth Southgate playing these people that aren't fit.
But these are basic things. Passing into nobody, not trying to charge down a cross or block a passing channel. These are basic things. These are not things like that he's doing wrong that are difficult. These are just obvious errors. It's clearly not of the quality at the moment to be playing this role. We know there's the quality in there. We've seen Luke Shaw play brilliantly in a Man United shirt and in an England shirt, but whoever this is not Luke Shaw. He shouldn't be on the pitch. Not good enough.
Free kick curled into the box, headed away. Maguire again now. Declan Rice But again, Germany swarming all over. There's no movement from the England players. Look, waiting for the ball. But now we can break away. Luke Shaw again. That's a brilliant ball into Raheem Sterling. What a chance. Oh, big save by ter Stegen, but a poor finish. It has to be said. Cut back onto his left foot and should have buried that. Should have absolutely smashed the net. He went to place it, Alex, and in the end, it looked like a comfortable save for ter Stegen. But what a ball from Luke Shaw, who we were just complaining about.
I regret nothing. He's awful defensively, but that was a nice.
But he's got that in his locker, hasn't he? He's got that kind of pass.
And we said earlier on that Sterling looked hungry. He was making those runs. He looked lively, and he made another run.
England coming again. Oh, it's played behind Harry Kane, and it's cleared away. Oh. It's an England corner.
Definitely looking better on the counter now. The lads are actually playing the right passes forward.
Lovely little link up between Sterling and Foden just pulled it behind Harry Kane. But this is the break again. Luke Shaw sees the run of Sterling. That's a wonderful ball, it has to be said. Sterling cuts into us on his left. It's a very good save, if I'm honest, but he should have scored. He should have scored. Anyway, we have a corner now, which Reece James is going to take. Comes across. And, well, it looked like John Stones won that header, but it was more like a flick on. Bellingham now on the left-hand side for England. Cuts back. Plays it into Raheem Sterling. Sterling. Lovely little cut back to Bellingham. Lovely little 1-2 again. And that's going to be another England corner. This is better, Alex.
Yeah, Bellingham as well. Sterling, obviously, we know is a good player. He's coming and trying to get some link-up play with Bellingham. The quality's there to see with those two. They've managed to draw some defenders out, try and release Sterling on a run, and it's resulted in a corner. So we need players of that quality more on the ball.
Indeed. By the way, guys, don't forget we're about 30 seconds to a minute behind normal TV. So please don't put any spoilers in the comments. Just wait till we've commentated on it, and then you can talk about it. And that is that was a good effort from Harry Kane. It
was a beautiful corner. It wasn't far away. As well. Absolutely beautiful corner from Foden, right on his head at the back. Brilliant corner.
I think he was going for the old Van Basten there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he definitely was.
Germany have it again now. The game's just started to pick up the last 5 minutes, hasn't it? England have been a bit more.
Yeah, Maguire high pressing. They look a bit happier. They look a bit more confident. There's some more presses going on.
Yeah,
heads have picked up. This is what we needed. We needed a bit of confidence.
Dare I say they've been a bit more entertaining in the last 6 minutes, Alex?
Well, I think over the last 26 minutes, I'd probably say now we've arguably been the better sides.
Yep.
Just based on those final few counterattacks. I think we probably edged the first sort of 25 minutes of this game.
But here comes the Germans. Luke Shaw makes a good interception. Maguire quickly up to Sterling. Sterling trying to play it to Bellingham first time. Gundogan was alert to that. Probably been Germany's best player by a long way at the moment. Him and Kimmich have really shone, I think, for the Germans in this first half so far. But here we go again. Germany coming down our right-hand side. Kimmich back to Gundogan. Again, they're just playing across the defence. That's a mighty good run from the centre-back there. Here's Sane for Germany. He's lost out, though, and England can break now with skipper Harry Kane. And again, Sterling. Again, oh, what is that? He tried to play Phil Foden in with his left foot and completely messed it up. And it's gone behind for a goal kick. I mean, that is an awful pass.
Yeah, that phase should have resulted in a shot on target at least. Like, oh dear. That nearly went out for a throw-in. That was nearly Gary Neville.
That is awful. And he's screaming to the stars, and I'm not surprised.
He knows that was Germany. Bad.
Hoffman now back to Kimmich again. Kimmich this time goes long. Havertz did very well to control the ball there. And Harry Maguire clears it, but he goes down holding his leg. I think he got a little follow through from Havertz there, who we know can be a little sly like that. Here's Havertz again. Inside the Gundogan. Kimmich. Kimmich swings it out to the left-hand side. Germany I think we're frustrating Germany at the minute, Alex, by the way. We're staying quite disciplined in defence, aren't we? We're keeping that line. And we're not breaking the line. We're not letting them get through us.
Yeah, there's definitely a sense of keeping a set formation. Gundogan seems to be the trigger for the press at the moment. Every time it goes to Gundogan, it's either Sterling or Foden or Rice. whatever the tactic was seems to be suddenly they've woken up and they've started doing it, and it does seem a little bit better. Hopefully we can maintain this.
Ian says, evening lads, can you say a big up to my mate Doc, who's had a bereavement and is watching the Toon review with me for the first time. Doc, very sorry to hear your news, matey, but I'm sure Ian's good company, so big shout out to you, my man, and stay strong. Gundogan now for Germany. Plays it inside to Hoffman. Hoffman's pass is terrible. Oh, that is a terrible clearance. This is an opportunity for Havertz, but he couldn't control it. They were almost in there. Kehrer now on the right-hand side for Germany. Plays it back to Hoffman. Hoffman, he's got Kehrer making a run. He's gone down. Has he took a dive there?
Oh, that looked so... He dived.
Wow.
He's pulling at his own shirt. No,
that's a great turn from Declan Rice now. Again, looking for the help, bursting forward. He hasn't really got it, and my stream's blooming stopped for 30 seconds. Stopped for 10 seconds there, but never mind, we're back away again. Nothing came of it.
Rice is frustrated. He put in a lot of effort there. Kane was nowhere to be seen.
Well, he didn't seem to break with any...
He needed a bit more help. Rice is the fastest player on the planet, but he needed a lot more help. I understand we were in a very defensive block there, but he needed some support.
Stephen says, first time hearing you commentating, Paul, absolute diamond, mate. Thank you, Stephen. Ken says, I don't know what others think, but this is the worst German side I've seen for years. They're just not the German sides of the past. Well, I have made a lot of changes today, Ken, to be honest, but, you know, I agree, and I think a lot of football fans around the world will agree that this isn't the greatest German side that there's been. They are going through a bit of a rebuild, I guess.
I mean, you put Werner on for a bit more pace.
Yeah.
You put Thomas Muller on.
Muller, yeah.
You know, this team can
Hoffman,
look a lot better.
Kehrer coming down, ball whipped across, it hits Harry Maguire. And it's cleared again by England. Germany now just beginning to get on top again, Alex.
Yeah, we need, whenever we recycle possession, we need to make it count.
That's a penalty. Now, he's pulling his shirt.
You know, how
many times have we seen that this season?
I disagree. I'm sorry. If the Premier League came out with this whole, it depends on how long is a tug, then I'm saying no penalty. If it works for the Premier League, then fine. We'll just follow the rules. Yeah,
but if normal football rules apply, that's a penalty. He's clearly pulling his shirt. However, it's not given, and we move on. Kehrer again, halfway line, the right back for Germany. He's going to pull this back to Kimmich. Kimmich has got Raum making a good run on the left-hand side. Just goes for a short one into Sane. That's not
I'd like to see Kane pressing a bit more because they're stealing yards, and it's frustrating watching this. This must be how Spurs fans feel. I just don't like watching him just wander around the front line. Just at least make it harder for the player on the ball. Just
we are pressing them back a little bit, though. They've had to go back into their own half again. But look, where's the pressure on Gundogan here? He had time to roll his sleeves up there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Reece James has got to be on his toes here. Again!
No, that was not
dear me. They're putting Nick Pope under tremendous... Gundogan's shirt's half ripped off by the looks of things.
I think it's his armband.
Is he got some kind of arm support that keeps sliding off?
No, I think they've got black armbands.
Oh, right. Yeah. Bellingham for England now. Again, Germany swarming all over them. John Stones, he'll go back to Nick Pope, who immediately gets... That's better from Nick Pope. Looking for Harry Kane. Does well. Flicks it on. Looking for Raheem the Dream, but he couldn't get there. That was a close one again.
Kane got anything on that, he was through.
Kimmich again for Germany. Definitely Kimmich and Gundogan running the show. But here's Sane for Germany. This could be danger. Great tackle. But Raum's got a lot of room here on the left-hand side. Cross comes in. Headed away by Eric Dyer. Not the best of crosses, I have to say. Lots of space for Kimmich here, though. Looking for the run of Hoffman.
There's a winger open on the left.
There is.
Reece James is just not watching anything.
Too high. That was a chance.
Reece James behaving like Trent Alexander-Arnold there. Just not picking up any man. Just watching the football. Terrible from Reece James there. Awful defending. I think we're fortunate to get a goal kick. Well, he'd got a winger behind him, a striker in front of him, and he was picking neither up. He was just watching the play. Awful positioning. I don't think they've been very good. I mean, in the last 10 minutes, Maguire and Shaw have actually picked up, and it's Reece James and and John Stones, who were having a bit of a shocking 10 minutes, it seems to have flipped. They've swapped fortunes. It's very strange. I'd rather we just had a slightly more consistent line.
Nick Pope takes a goal kick again, looking for Harry Kane. Doesn't come out on top. Germany now really starting to express themselves in the last 5 minutes or so. Gundogan, ball down the left-hand side, headed away well by John Stones. Bellingham now. Reece James under pressure. He's lost the ball again in a very dangerous area. Sane. Oh, again. Good cut out. Well, that's well played by John Stones, who I think has probably had a good best England defender. That's a great ball. Now, can Sterling get ahead of it? He's given it up because ter Stegen was right out there very quickly. And Germany build again now with Kimmich. And they'll kick the ball out because I believe there's a German player down injured. Oh, no, it's an England player. And it looks like John Stones. He went bursting forward there, didn't he? And it looks like he's, well, he's coming off because Kyle Walker's coming on. He's getting stripping off. What happened there? He's sprinting forward. Oh, hamstring.
Hamstring.
Yeah. Not great news if you're a Manchester City fan, I'm afraid. His hammy's definitely gone there.
Yeah, he pulled up off the ball, trying to join in with the attack.
Which he's done a couple of times really well in this game, hasn't he? Burst forward like that. That's a big shame.
2 or 3 of his long balls have been the best quality long balls so far as well.
No, listen, there's no point giving him treatment. His hamstrings, even if there's a twinge there, certainly Guardiola's not going to want him to continue. That's a certainty.
I mean, they're feeling his knee and thigh, which is strange considering he pulled up holding the back of his leg.
There is
helping him get dressed.
Is that some of the ladies' team there they're showing now? I'm not sure who they are.
That is, yeah. That's the tall one who retired upon winning.
She's from up here, isn't she? What's her face? Can't think of her name. John Stones doesn't look happy at all for obvious reasons. So that could be a spell on the sidelines for the Manchester City centre-back.
There's plenty more. They've got a Kanji now.
Well, they've got a few. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. It is free to do so. And also the notification bell, which will let you know when we upload it, we go live. And if you'd like to donate to the channel while we're on live, just hit that $sign at the bottom of the live comments, and that will take you through. Jill Scott, that's who it is. Thank you, Brian Tweddle, for that. Billy says, such a shame for John Stones because he's so injury prone. He's far and away our best centre back. And England sportingly give the ball back to the Germans, and they will build again. Gundogan again coming in very, very deep to receive the ball. Starting from deep again, the Germans. Kehrer making a run down the right-hand side, but nobody seems to want to take the ball. Here's Kimmich again. Kehrer now. Back to Gundogan. Gundogan making a burst forward. Germany really pressing us at the moment. In comes the cross again. Headed away by Luke Shaw. Gundogan. Kimmich. Sane now for Germany. Sane. Oof, good tackle there by Bellingham. That's nice from England. And now we can break away. Bellingham. He's got Sterling to his left. Sterling's got Luke Shaw powering down the left-hand side on the overlap. Bit of a heavy touch by Sterling, but he gets away with it. And it's a corner to England. Again, just couldn't beat the first man there, Luke Shaw.
Good build-up, though. Good build-up. Yep. Nice little triangle to release Sterling. And then Luke Shaw does the overlap. Goes for the cross, wins the corner. It's better. It's what we need. We've definitely stopped trying to press for some reason. We've just decided to sit in a block, inviting a lot of pressure. So we need to make sure when we win the ball back that we do that more often because we need it.
Foden's corner again, and that's Maguire getting up there, but this time the ball goes over the bar. That's where Harry Maguire is a threat. Corners like that. If you get the ball on target, he genuinely scores.
Well, it was off target, and there's a long run back to his own centre-back position.
Indeed, but we've won the ball back now. Here's Kyle Walker. And a few early touches since coming on for the injured John Stones. Eric Dyer now. Doesn't look in any hurry at all. Plays it to the left-hand side to Harry Maguire. Maguire cuts back onto his right, plays the ball across to Reece James on the right-hand side. He's got Bellingham in support. Bellingham, again, Germany pressing and pressing well. Here's Eric Dyer.
Sure. Why is he? Okay, fair enough. It worked.
I was asking the same question there, but that's a bad... Harry Maguire's now got to go back to Nick Pope. Pope again looking for the outlet, and he's got it from Reece James, who knocks it on towards, I believe that's Bellingham or Foden on the far side there. Gundogan, Kimmich. Good ball out to the left-hand side. Now Germany trying to build again. That Raum on the left-hand side, he gets forward, doesn't he? He likes to push right forward, the left back for Germany.
He is very, very high. Very, very high up. And the fact that Reece James is quite lethargic in getting back into position is making it worse. He's just expecting Bellingham to cover wide, and I'd rather he just got back into position.
Good pressing from England, though. They made Germany go back again, all the way back to ter Stegen. Schlotterbeck now for Germany.
It's more just careful. We're just blocking passing lanes and just trying to harass a little bit. It's not quite what we do at club level, but it's enough. It's causing them issues.
Ter Stegen, he's gone for Kehrer, but that's a poor kick from the goalkeeper. And England have a throw in now. 5 minutes before half-time, still 0-0 here at Wembley. No real chances, though, Alex, is there? Apart from the one from Sterling. That's the only one we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, it's been poor from both sides. I still think after 40 minutes gone, we've had the better of the chances. Gundogan trying to climb. Very strange. Big foul. Yeah, we've definitely had the better of the chances, I believe, but it's been a poor game so far. A lack of quality. Final ball, final key pass, through ball, shots, just not been there from anybody.
Indeed. Luke Shaw now flicks it on to Raheem Sterling down the left-hand side. Neither touch. That's a foul. No. Referee says no, but he's given the ball away. Luke Shaw clips it into Foden. That touch is awful from Phil Foden. And again, Germany get away with it. Gundogan plays it out. They've got away with that one, Germany. Here they come down the right-hand side now. Look at it. Sane's in acres of space, but they didn't see him. He was in acres on that left-hand side there.
Yeah,
here's Kai Havertz now for Germany. Nobody really darting into the box for the Germans. Kimmich now. Again, they seem to be getting into the last third now and just running out of ideas as well as England do. Kimmich. That's not the greatest ball for Hoffman there, but Luke Shaw sweeps it up and runs it out of play. That's poor from Luke Shaw.
He's had a really, really good last 15 minutes, and then he's just gone and done that. It's so hot and cold with this lad. I don't know if he's a great footballer or a poor footballer. He just can't. He can't seem to even get consistency in one game, never mind in his general form.
Oh, dear me. That's a bad tackle, but they play on. Germany here down the right-hand side. Kimmich on the end of the box trying to look for a cross. He's going to get the opportunity, but it hits, I believe, Eric Dyer there and goes out for a throw into Germany. Good defending that from Eric Dyer again. Hoffman's going to take the throw in. Kai Havertz making the run back to Hoffman now. Hoffman all the way back. Well, Gundogan was going to take it, but he's got it again now. Schlotterbeck offering a bit of support for him here. He decides to go right out to the right-hand side to Hoffman. He's got Kehrer outside, but he goes for the cross, and it's calmly chested back. That was very calm stuff from Kyle Walker, but we've seen him do that numerous times. Italy have taken the lead in Hungary. Wow, that's quite surprising given Hungary's form. And again, look, nobody's offering Nick Pope an outlet here. He's looking for somebody.
It's the polar opposite to how Pope is used to playing, because we've seen so much. Whenever Pope gets the ball, he wants to release a runner immediately. Absolutely. And for England, Pope is just having to stand there, and there's nobody to pass to. There's no pass on. It's very different. A lot of these England players.
Bellingham's gone down, and he stayed down, but the referee did not think that was a free kick. And Germany will break here with Hoffman down the right-hand side again. Cuts inside. Oh, well, I'm not sure he meant that nutmeg there, because he didn't follow the ball. And England come back at the other end now with Harry Kane. Sterling bursting his arse into the box. Raheem Sterling! And it's straight to ter Stegen. He had an opportunity to play maybe Foden in, but again, the finishing is just not there. And Germany come away with it now.
That should have been a goal. Sterling was completely in, plays it into the hands of the keeper. Easier for
It's
Stegen
very,
there.
very poor finishing, it has to say. That's 2 for Raheem Sterling now that he's fluffed up, in my opinion. Here now come Germany. Hoffman inside to Gundogan to Kerr now.
It's fine. Give him one more and he'll score.
Well, you want it. I hope so. Here's Gundogan. Again, all the way across to Schlotterbeck now. Schlotterbeck inside to Sane. Sane back to Schlotterbeck. Inside to Kimmich now. Kimmich again. England not pressing them. They're just staying in the shape. Trying to force Germany to make the move, which they're doing here. Gundogan, lovely spin away from Declan Rice. But again, runs into a sea of red. Plays it out now to Hoffman on the right-hand side. Inside to Sane. Sane onto his left foot. He's got Declan Rice right in front of him. Bellingham comes across as well. Germany looking for a 1-2. Doesn't quite come off, and England can break again now with Foden. Foden gives it to Sterling. Skips inside. That's brilliant from Raheem Sterling. Almost got Foden in again. Harry Kane now on the left-hand side. He just slows it down by going back to Luke Shaw, who will cut in now to Harry Maguire. Almost an opportunity again there, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, German hands all over shirts of Foden and Sterling there, just trying to get anything on them to slow this counter-attack down.
Absolutely. Oh, Harry Kane, has he kept that in? Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. Almost. But Raheem Sterling will be disappointed with that. We're going to see it again here, Alex. You know, he did all the hard work again, busting a gut to get in. Now, could he have gone across to Foden? It's a poor shot. You know, you had
I mean, either near post or pass it to Foden. Those are your two options, not straight at the keeper. He made the wrong decision there. 4 attempts to 2 to England, though.
Yeah. There's been spells in this first half where we've looked quite good on the counter-attack, but then, you know, there's also been spells where we've looked rotten at the back. But we should. I think we should be in front, Alex. There's no doubt in my eyes we should be in front.
Yeah, I think both teams have been a bit poor in front of goal, but I think if anybody deserves, I don't know if we deserve to be in front. I think we've been better than they have in the first half. Arguably, that last Sterling chance there was probably the biggest chance. Should have probably done a lot better with that. But we can have a look at halftime what the XG was on that.
Absolutely. He's caring out. Germany again just starting from the back with Gundogan. Gundogan again allowed to walk in there. That is poor. Where's Luke Shaw? Kimmich.
He's another centre back.
Oh, Gundogan. He's been allowed so much space sometimes on the ball. This is an opportunity here. This is a chance, but it cleared away. Last-ditch kind of defending from England at the moment. Schlotterbeck has it now. Pulls it into Gundogan. Again, pulling all the strings for Germany. Back to Kimmich. Kimmich is going to have a crack. Oh, my goodness me. That was close, Alex. Pope was a full stretch.
Pope had that covered. I think he knew
you
he was
reckon?
Going wide. Yeah, we'll see it from the other angle.
Maybe. He was its full stretch though.
I think if it was going inside the post, Pope would get a glove to it anyway. So I think it was all right. Good shot.
2 minutes injury time is up, so we're expecting. I would assume he'll blow for half time as soon as Nick Pope kicks this ball. Interesting first half, to say the least. There is the halftime whistle, and it is halftime at Wembley, and it is England 0, Germany 0, and England still failed to score from open play, Alex.
Indeed. So what are we looking at? 66% possession from Germany. I mean, that's to be expected. We are conceding a lot of the ball. 0.42 XG to their 0.11. So we are quadruple their XG, but that's to make that. Well, that makes a lot of sense with the couple of Sterling chances we've had. Other than that, 1 big chance for us, 0 for them. 4 shots to 3 now, because obviously
it's not the greatest, mate, is it? Really? It's not. It's not the greatest of football matches.
So that Sterling shot was actually only 0.05 XG. The chance he had earlier on that was in the middle of the box was actually 0.3. It was a lot higher value chance. Arguably, that left-sided one, he probably should have tried to square that to Foden. I'm just not sure he saw the run.
Well, listen, while it's half time, we may as well talk about the news today that broke, Alex, that Alexander Isak is probably going to be out till after the Manchester United game. What's your thoughts on that?
Terrible, terrible, terrible news. Awful news. Because if Wilson isn't up to scratch in terms of fitness or has any issues, we might be dropping points, because Fulham and Brentford, we need to be beating both those teams.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We should be on more points than we are because of things like the Palace game, but we're not. So we need to try and make up some points and keep kicking on. And Fulham and Brentford are two teams we should expect to be beating. So without our best players, that's going to be difficult. I mean, Maxi's touch and go whether he's going to be fit for Fulham. And with Isak out as well, it does start to look very scary. We've got to protect Wilson and try and nurse him through 2 or 3 games.
And of course, we don't know about Bruno yet because he's left the Brazil squad. You know, he was
we don't even
to
have
play
Wood
a part
either
in the last couple of games. Well, yeah, I mean Chris Wood as well, but it's looking a bit grim at the minute. But we'll see what Eddie has to say in his press conference on Friday morning. But
well, the biggest thing we can hope for is that Trippier stays on that bench for England, because we need somebody back that's not broken.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, when you think about the players that we've had injured, it's the whole spine of our team. You know, it's not just the odd sort of squad player; it's the whole spine.
Well, arguably Botman should be part of that spine, and I don't want to see Burn in the starting 11 next time out. I love Dan Burn, but it was a poor performance from him last time out. I don't care what the Chronicle says; he was not an 8. He wasn't good enough against Bournemouth. And Botman offers far more offensively and is a better defender, in my opinion, as well.
Yeah.
And I just think we need Botman in the team. If we're missing so many attacking outlets, at least Botman knows how to play a ball and cut some lines. We just need a bit more, because the onus can't be on Trippier every match to touch the ball 120 times and play 16 crosses. We need to attack in a different area. It's just got to be done.
I mean, Tom says here, it said ASM is touch and go, but he's been dancing away on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok.
It's very true. Yeah.
So, you know, if he had any issue with a hamstring, I don't think he'd be dancing like he does. Megan with Masters says the purchase of Isak was daft, in my opinion. We should have bought 2 or 3 good squad players.
I mean, you can't win, because there are a lot of people that, when we were buying cheaper options, were saying, "Oh, it's not good. We should have gone out and bought a marquee, a high value player." So, I mean, it's a fair comment, but it doesn't matter which way we go. There are people who are going to be unhappy with the decision. So, I mean, arguably, we have gone out and bought good, cheaper, high value players. You know, Trippier and Pope were both 25 million. So, bargain value. And then, you know, sprinkles of high money value signings in Isak.
Absolutely.
It's got to be done sometimes.
Yep. Time Lord Boris says, don't wish any players to get injured, but it would be nice if it evened itself out over the Premier League season. Mark says, time to give Elliot Anderson a start. I think if ASM isn't fit, Alex, I think you'll start Anderson this time. Do you?
I think it was 100% certain, but in recent light of Fraser's Scotland performances, it now concerns me that Howe might pick him again when I think he's just not been good enough at all. Keith Downey mentioned that Ireland couldn't handle the pace of Ryan Fraser.
Yeah, a little confused at that comment.
I haven't seen the game, so it might be true. You know, Keith's always very truthful. I need to go and watch that game back, because I've never heard the word pace used about Ryan Fraser in the last sort of 18 months. But yeah, if he might get a game, and if he gets a game, fingers crossed he can actually show us some of what he's done for Scotland, because they've enjoyed what he's been bringing to them. So
yeah, listen, if he continues that sort of form, you know, if he continues his form. But how many times have we said that about Ryan Fraser? You know, there's been a couple of times he's been away with Scotland and done really well. Said if he can bring this form back to Newcastle, but he's yet to do so.
Yeah, I mean, early doors he was pulling out of Scotland squads to impress Eddie Howe, wasn't he? And now he's gone in, and I mean, yeah, we know he's got some quality. We know he can strike a dead ball. We know he's got a good hit on him. We know he can cross as well. He's arguably our best crosser, really. As a winger. It's just about contributing to the press effectively, not just aimless pressing. I know people just keep saying that Ryan Fraser works really hard. Oh yeah, but he works really hard in the same way Wood works really hard. It's not effective pressing a lot of the time. It's very aimless, and on the counter attacks, it's too slow in build up, as we've been for England tonight.
Yeah, but we can say till the cows come home about working hard. That's the least you'd expect from a professional footballer, is to work hard. It's the quality that we've been missing.
Miggy does it far better than Fraser in terms of getting to that final position. He just doesn't have the finish. He always gets into the box and gets that final bit and just doesn't hit the right cross, doesn't hit the right shot, doesn't take it on the right foot or the correct foot. It just, whereas Fraser's struggling to get into those positions. He makes very flat runs. It's very it's very obvious to read as well.
Samsonite says, just imagine if we'd signed Scov Olsen for the 5 million he switched this summer. Foxy says, agree with making Master Isak a good player with potential, but think for the money spent on him, we could have done better business improving the squad in more than one position. So again, it's all about opinions, I guess, about the signing of Isak.
Well, it's potentially, I mean, Romano came out yesterday, didn't he, talking about the João Pedro deal, and he stated that it was us that pulled the plug on that deal. So maybe we got a bit scared and tried to go for a big hitter up front because it was a reaction to Wilson getting injured so early.
What do you think of the AC Milan director, Paolo Maldini? I don't know whether you saw his comments about Botman and said that Botman was actually AC Milan's #1 target in the summer. But he ended up signing for Newcastle United. I mean, that's a massive bonus for us as fans, isn't it? To know that, we're going against AC Milan and we've beaten them to a player.
Well, I mean, that just confirms that we were right and every single AC Milan fan was wrong who was arguing the toss on all social media platforms.
John Sinclair as well, Alex. That's not good.
But,
John Sinclair lost 100 quid because of it.
But fair enough to Maldini coming up and just stating the truth and being classy. Yeah. That's as he normally is. So,
Yep. Jam says Kane is not a pressing number 9. He needs the ball driven in and just try to finish. With only countering, there's not going to be a lot of chances for him. He doesn't fit with his system.
Tony fits with this system perfectly.
He does. Yeah. Time Lord Boris says, how much would it cost to get Mitrovic from Fulham? I'm sure he's looking forward to Saturday, Alex.
I bet he is, yeah. He's in absolutely outstanding form, scoring for Serbia, scoring constantly for Fulham. I mean, we said this pre-season that Mitrovic was going to be a handful. He's matured. He's at peak age as a striker now, and he's dangerous. He's very, very intelligent, technical. He takes his time. He moves into the right spaces. He was very good at exploiting half spaces between, was it Van Dijk on at the time? I think it was Van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold. We have the same issue with the half spaces being exploited with Schär and Trippier. He's able to just run at centre backs and just keep the ball close to feet. Like, he's going to cause us issues. I think arguably he's going to be the second most difficult number 9 we've faced behind Holland so far this season. I don't think we've had any number 9s quite as good. I think he's going to be the hardest one for the lads to keep track of.
Yeah.
I mean, unless I'm missing anybody, maybe I'm doing somebody a massive disservice there. But
no, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, Jimenez. No, I think Mitrovic is in far better form at the moment.
100%. Chippers says that he makes a good point, actually. Clubs didn't want to deal with us, so maybe we did go for more than one player. Isak is much better than what we have. It's a good point, though, isn't it? We don't know who we went for in the summer. We don't know the players that we were interested in.
A lot of these players that people were throwing out names like Cody Gakpo and a lot of different wingers and attackers from different leagues. But how do we know that the price was potentially 30, 40 and they just slapped extra money on? We don't really know what's gone on behind closed doors. It does seem like that has happened a fair amount. So I think it's safe to say they definitely explored the option of buying more players for lesser price. They seem to be exploring all options, which is positive. They just think this is the best way to do it. So
Yeah.
We've got to support it, I guess.
Aston says Joe Linton is a makeshift number 9 with Anderson replacing him in midfield. Anderson needs to be on the left. I don't think he wants to come through the middle.
We've come full circle now, suggesting Joe Linton.
Considering we've got 3 strikers,
9.
and now people are talking about putting Joe Linton back as a makeshift number 9.
We think he can
Absolute
do number 9?
Craziness. Megan with Master says, why did Rafa get rid of Mitro?
I mean, he wasn't the right fit at the time, was he?
No, he wasn't, and he wasn't. He wasn't. He certainly hadn't matured, has he? He's matured now as a footballer as well as probably as a man as well. He was still very young when he was here. Look, the potential was always there with Mitro. We saw it, but unfortunately, just sometimes his head would go and he would put us in difficult circumstances with suspensions and then going down to 10 men extra. He just wasn't a Rafa footballer.
I mean, with the way we've played, with the St. James's Park crowd and the way we play, I mean, who's done well in that isolated role in recent memory? You've got Rondon coped and Wilson.
Riviere.
No, none of the other strikers have managed to cope. It's such a stressful role to play in our side.
It is.
There's only a couple who've managed to pull it off.
Samsonite says, by the way, it's Haaland against Mitro tomorrow. Yes, of course. Serbia take on Norway, don't they? So that should be an interesting game. Paul says, think of us getting rid of Mitro was the best thing for him, to be honest. Yeah, I think it was. The same with Ivan Toney. And look, to Tony's credit, he came out in a recent interview, Alex, and said that if he was the manager back then, he would have got rid of that young Ivan Toney as well, because, you know, he wasn't where he is now, mentally and physically. So, you know, it's just one of those things.
People are being a bit strange about this. You've got to remember that it's not like we got rid of him and then he was immediately a Premier League Brentford striker. That's not what happened. He had to grind his way through Peterborough and put in a lot of hard graft. You know, it took a long time for him to get to where he is now.
Well, it's credit to him, though, isn't it? It's credit to him because he worked his ass off to get where he is now.
He did. He went and put some down the leagues in the lower league. Yeah.
He's gone down the leagues and back up again. Channel 4 currently just interviewing 2 of the Lionesses, of course.
Jill Scott. Leah
Williamson and Jill Scott. Andrew says, Wilson got injuries. We had to get a player to come straight in. My guess would be he was the one available of that quality. I would have had Pedro as a backup as well. Ali says, I think J7 will do okay at number 9. With his confidence and dominance in the air, he might just have some joy.
Look, he's changed a lot as a player. I think he would do better than he did previously. I don't think we should change him permanently. I think it should be, we've got strikers. But yeah, I mean, he's improved physically. He's improved technically. His positioning is better. He can keep the ball a lot better. Yeah, I think he would put in better performances than he did 2 years ago as a striker, definitely. But
yeah,
it'd be nice if we could just have our actual strikers available.
Daniil, good to see you in the chat, matey. It was great to see you at the game the other week against Bournemouth. I hope you're well, my friend. Even Paul and Alex, I'd rather listen to you guys. Thank you very much, matey. Paul says, I do think Mitro would have come back, though, from what he said about the club being one of 3 he wanted to play for. Aston says, Poulinia suspended for Fulham, so hopefully their midfield will be destabilised.
Oh, we got Timo Werner coming on for the second half.
Yes. Who's he come on for?
Well, I'm not sure yet.
Well, it's not Sane, because Sane is there. I think it was the number 14. I can't remember what it bloody called. Let me just get that German team back up again. Have a look.
14 was
number
Musiala.
5. 15 Sula. 14 Musiala. Yeah, I think it was Musiala he's come on for.
So they do
anyway,
have
second half is
Havertz
underway,
within.
guys. We are back underway at Wembley, and I don't know why I've put that up on the screen. Jesus Christ. I'm just hitting buttons that I don't even know are there anymore, but we're underway. As England try and press to try and finally score a goal from open play. Barbara says, Italy are now top in the group after going 1-0 ahead. Yep. That's well played by Raheem Sterling. He's working hard for the ball, not giving the German player any moment on the ball, but then he goes down and wins a free kick. I think
That was
Sula
a
went
soft
down
free
quite
kick for the
easily
referee
there.
to give
Yeah,
there. Very
absolutely.
soft.
To Stegen now. He's got Schlotterback. Or Schlotterback. It's Hoffman that's gone off, actually, for Germany.
Well, it is number 18.
Hoffman was quite bright, I thought,
I thought it was
for
okay.
Germany in that first half. But hey-ho. No changes for England, obviously. God forbid he tries something different, Alex.
Well, there's been a few strange performances tonight. I mean, Maguire and Shaw started off woefully poor, and then improved significantly into the second part of that first half. So
that's a lovely ball out the left-hand side now, Luke Shaw, but he's offside. Long way forward there, Luke Shaw, wasn't he?
He was a winger.
So Musiala is still on the pitch for Germany. Germany again playing it just back to Stegen. He clips the ball forward. Lovely little flick on that by Kai Havertz. And now here come Germany. They've got a 4-on-3 here. It's with Timo Werner on the left-hand side. He'll be wanting to prove a point to a few England fans. Just rolls it back into Kimmich. Kimmich now. Beautiful run. This is a chance for Germany. Oh, he didn't play it in first time. Musiala pulled it back. That was an opportunity there, Alex. He shouldn't pull it that first time. They were in.
Yeah.
And now the other end, it's 3. I don't know what happened to my stream there. It died for.
Well, we're still on the attack. We're just pushing it around in the midfield at the moment, putting it out to Reece James on the right wing.
Yeah, I've lost my stream at the moment.
All right, we're still building up carefully. They're trying to just take the pace off the game a little bit. Overhit pass from Bellingham. We've lost possession, unfortunately.
Never an overhit pass.
Yeah, from Bellingham. Strange one. Although we're going in with the press now.
I've got my stream back now.
So Foden definitely going to be very frustrated with that. No, he's had several opportunities for people to play him through, and nobody's taken the pass.
But here's Raheem Sterling on the left-hand side, cuts in, hits it with his right foot, and a safe gather from ter Stegen. Nothing really flash about that. Didn't really need to stretch himself. Just gathered the ball up, and Germany start now with Gundogan to Havertz. He's obviously come a lot deeper now, out to the left-hand side here with Sane. Sane cuts inside. Nutmeg Bellingham there. I don't think Bellingham are too happy. Look at that. Werner's so quick off the blocks, isn't he, when he makes them runs? Absolute dynamite. He's Kehrer on the right-hand side for Germany.
So Havertz has dropped really deep now, and they're letting Hoffman, Sane, and Werner play in front. And Werner's good at winning the flick-ons and is creating.
Here's Kimmich. Again, England allowing him a lot of time on the ball. That's a beautiful ball over. Werner over the bar. I think he was offside. But again, lightning run from Werner. He's so quick off the mark. Kimmich just, plenty. That's not offside, Alex. Never in a million years.
No, Luke Shaw's playing him onside on the left side. Yeah. That's onside.
Terrible again from the linesman.
We'll take the free kick or the goal kick.
That's an awful clearance. And again, that could be a penalty. Referee saying, shut up and get up. There's nothing the matter with you. I'm not sure who it is that's gone down for the Germans. But England just want to play on here. They can't get out their own defence again. Sterling is brought down. That is going to be a free kick. The German bench is up in uproar. It was Musiala who went down. Is this a penalty? Let's have another look. He's against Maguire. It's a penalty, Alex. All day long, he's kicked him. That's a terrible tackle from Maguire.
He got nowhere near the ball, and he just kicked the player in the shin.
Tackle.
I don't know how it's
look at the referee's position. How is that not a penalty? Oh, we've got VAR. Of course we have.
It's got to be a penalty. It's 100% a penalty. I don't know why.
It's awful from Harry Maguire.
Well, it's even worse from the referee. The fact that he's a professional, he's having to go and check the
position of the referee. Yeah,
he could see that clear as daylight. That was very. We can see it from a TV screen.
Look at that. That's an awful tackle. He's only looked at it once and he's realised he's got it wrong. Penalty all day. That's an awful bit of play from Harry Maguire. And once again, absolute garbage from Harry Maguire. Absolute garbage. Dyer, don't embarrass yourself, please. Don't embarrass yourself. And please, no spoilers in the chat again, like we said. If you put any spoilers in the chat, you will be removed by the mods. Wait till we've commentated on whatever happens, please. But look at this. It's Maguire's mistake in the first place. He gives it straight to Musiala. Or Mukiela. What is it? Musiala?
Yeah. So for people defending Maguire on Twitter, which there was a few of you, a few stat friends of mine as well. I don't know how we
he
can
gave the
that.
ball away in the first place. It's a horrible, horrible tackle. England players need to shut up and get on with the game, because when they see this, it's embarrassing that they're even complaining. Absolute disgrace. How is this? Come on, Nick Pope. Come on, son. Please remember, no spoilers if you're seeing it first. Wait till we've commentated. It's going to be Gundogan against the Newcastle United goalkeeper, Nick Pope. Gundogan steps up. 1-0 to the Germans. Beautiful penalty, actually. No chance for Nick Pope there. And Germany lead 1-0. And, well, what do you say? I mean, Harry Maguire, absolutely disgraceful.
I mean, it
How
wasn't
is this guy in England international? Please, somebody tell me.
It wasn't through effective build-up from Germany. It wasn't through...
No, he just he passed the ball straight to I can't see his name. Musiala.
It was just
is it Muki or Musi?
Musiala.
Musiala, yeah. There you go.
You're thinking of Mukiele is a fullback as well. There's another player with a similar name.
The referee should be embarrassed with that, by the way. Look at his position there. How can he not see that? And again, you can't shake your head.
He clearly didn't touch the ball.
Absolutely shocking, man. But then again, you know, what do you expect when you got a manager who puts his favourites in week out? You know, you've got a player on the... Well, he's not on the bench, is he? He's not there. Apparently, he's just been left out, Alex, of the squad for today's game.
Hey, Tomori. Shocking.
But here come England now, trying to get a quick response. Shaw's cross into the box. Bellingham brought it down. England appealing for a handball. They're convinced there's a handball in there somewhere. VAR will no doubt have a look at that. That's a foul.
Bellingham took that on the edge of the penalty area and was waiting for movement that just never came. The poor kid. He's only a teenager and he's got senior England players not moving for him. Who's he supposed to pass to?
Well, there's no way in a million years that's a penalty, Alex. Nowhere near his hand.
Unless there's another one here. No, it's not a handball. Don't know what Bellingham thought he saw there.
No. Foxy says Maguire is a good Premier League defender for a club that has no pressure. He can't handle being captain at a club or the national team pressure. Southgate needs to wise up.
100%. He is a good football player.
Gundogan.
He's just not good at the level he's expected to play at.
Yeah, absolutely. Gundogan's had a hell of a game, by the way. Him and Kimmich have been standout for Germany. Werner gives chase now to Kyle Walker, who goes back to Nick Pope. Pope launches it long again. See, now, Southgate, why isn't he, get somebody else on. Give somebody else a try. You know what I mean? Oh, Werner could be in here, but the ball just over the top and Nick Pope's quick off his line.
I think Southgate just wants to stay.
To play somebody, Alex.
I think he just
to
wants
give
to
somebody
stay,
a go.
No, he just wants to stay with this and hope that the next Sterling ball through is a goal. I think that's ultimately what he's just trying to do. Or we get like a dodgy penalty or something, or a corner.
Yeah. Anyway, Luke Shaw has it now. Clips it in towards Declan Rice. Good run from Rice. That plays it back to Sterling. Sterling's got Bellingham in support and Harry Maguire. Here's Maguire now. Maguire head up, plays it out to the right-hand side. Good ball to Reece James. James now. Can he get a cross in? Pulls it back. This is a chance for Bellingham. And it's a rugby score. Right. Smash. Bang. Billabong. Over the bar. Good opportunity that for Bellingham. Really good opportunity.
Yeah, you got to be getting that on target at least. He knows it as well. It's a shame. Well, we got
now the
England
further Germany
up.
begin to push, England push. It's going to allow gaps at the back as well. And then Germany have now got a lot of pace up front. Werner working his arse off to win the ball back there. Declan Rice
Bellingham.
for England now, he's had a decent game tonight, I think, Declan Rice.
As has Bellingham. Bellingham just managed to keep the ball away from 3 German players.
Yeah, we've won a throw-in now. So, sorry, a free kick. Again, great work from Declan Rice. Definitely a foul. His legs were taken away by Kera. This is an opportunity. We've got some big guys in there. Bellingham's a good height. Dyer's a good height. Maguire, Harry Kane. It's all about the delivery from Reece James now. 56 minutes gone at Wembley. Germany lead by 1-0 with a penalty from Gundogan after some awful defending from Harry Maguire. Gave the ball away and then tripped up Musiala for the goal. But here we go. Reece James's free kick is punched away quite comfortably by ter Stegen. And the ball is eventually played all the way back by Foden to Nick Pope. He just rolls it out to Kyle Walker. Walker now being pressed hard by Kimmich. Sorry, that's Werner, not Kimmich. Foden, lovely little flick down the line. And Reece James has got away here. Pulls it back, didn't really get the first time shot in. But it's going to be a corner. He tried to whip that ball in first time and then thought against it, Alex.
Yeah, people weren't quite set. The strikers weren't expecting him to do that.
Mm.
They don't have the faith in each other because they're not making the runs with the expectation that their teammates are going to get the balls through. And
Foden plays it a grass-cutting corner. Bellingham hits it. I think he lost his balance as he hit that, didn't he? Just slightly slipped on his left foot there as he tried to control the ball. It was a very strange corner kick that from Phil Foden. But he slipped as he hit that. Would you be looking for Southgate to maybe make a change now, Alex?
Oh, definitely. I think Rice and Bellingham are very solid as that midfield too. I think we need to go to a back 4. I don't think he will because of the pace. I think he's terrified. If we had Stones and Tomori on, I think we'd be able to play a back 4. Possibly not with Reece James. That'd scare me a little bit, but I'm sure he could.
Yeah.
As for actual changes, I mean, what do you do now? It's probably going to be a predictable change. It'll be Mount for Foden or something along those lines.
It's not
Maybe
happening
Grealish
for
for
England. They're trying all these fancy flicks and it's not coming off there. Eric Dyer will just give the ball away again, playing out from the back. Just not good. Some of these players just not good. I mean, you look towards the World Cup, Alex, and you think what these top quality international teams will actually do to us playing like this. And if the pundits are right, and they're saying that, you know, the starting lineup tonight was pretty much what Gareth Southgate might go for. Terrible defending again. We've lost it here. Werner is clean in, pulls it back, and that should have been 2-0 because he picked the wrong man.
Do you want to know who started all of that?
Defending. Look at that. It's shambolic, this from England. It is shambolic. He is Sula driving forward for Germany. Gundogan now. Into Havertz. Back to Gundogan. Plays it across to Sane. Sane into Kimmich. England have managed to get back and get set again. Gundogan and Kimmich is playing a little 1-2 touchy-passy with each other. Germany knocking it around for fun here. Gundogan, 35 yards out now. Plays it across to Kai Havertz, who's definitely a lot deeper than he was in the first half. Back to Gundogan. Kimmich. Gundogan. Schlotterbeck gives it back to Gundogan. This is just complete control at the minute from Germany. Sula, he's going for a burst and run. Sula! Oh, that could have been 2. What a run that was by Sula, Alex. Giant of a man just tied through like knife through butter.
Well, you can only pick up so many people, and when the centre-back makes a run in, they normally get we saw Rudiger do this a lot as well for Germany and for Chelsea when he was there. Similar sort of run in and little whipped shot. All of that phase started from Maguire losing the ball, and then when we finally cleared it, Shaw lost the ball again. All started from Maguire and Shaw.
What is that from Luke Shaw? He's given straight to Gundogan. This is desperate stuff, this. Here's Raheem Sterling. He's lost the ball. England just can't get the ball at the minute. We are all over the place, and God knows what the fans are thinking of this in the ground. Saka's coming on, and it looks like Mason Mount as well. So attacking players coming on, but Harry Kane looks as if he's staying on the pitch.
Don't know what Connor Cody's looking for the assistant coach for. You can sit down, lad. What are you going to do in this game?
I mean, this is just all Germany now. It really is.
Yeah, but the terrifying thing is now is why is he bringing Saka on? Is he bringing Saka on to play left wing back again?
That's a very good question, and a question that will be answered very shortly. But this is just dire. This is horrible. Kehrer with a throw in. Gundogan, little touch back to Kehrer. Kehrer, plenty time on the ball. Musiala, what a run that is from the youngster. What a run that is. He's played it into Timo Werner, and he screws it wide. Again, it could be another one for Germany through shocking play from England. I mean, shocking, Alex.
I don't know what to say. We just can't get the ball in that. It's that left side. It's the left side, and it's the same people again. Rice is scrambling around. He's trying his best, but
I mean,
Maguire
look at this.
And Shaw are a bit of a problem at the moment. Why are we continuing to play
Maguire
out to
just
the left
launches
side?
it for nobody. Sula, all the time in the world just to nod the ball down.
We're playing the long ball up to Sterling.
Schlotterbeck goes back to Stegen. He rolls it out to Sula. Sula, loads of time on the ball, just plays it out to Schlotterbeck again, who now brings it out. These German centre-backs are so good at advancing the ball. He's round, plays it back to Kimmich, who's back there helping out. Gundogan, who's been superb in this game. That's not the best ball from him, though, but again, not a very great header from the England player, and Foden is bundled down and a free kick is given. England are about to make the substitutions. It is Mason Mount and Saka that are coming on. So this will be interesting to see what he's doing and who comes off. But we've played on. So Southgate hasn't made the changes yet. Here's Luke Shaw. Back to Harry Maguire. Maguire now looks to thump one over to the far side towards Reece James. It's found the target. James plays it back to Declan Rice. Rice now back again to Kyle Walker. Again, backwards football from England. It is dross. There's just no movement. There is no movement at all. Where is anybody making a run? This is going back to Nick Pope. Unbelievable. It's terrible, Alex.
Even Bellingham was static there. I mean, they're playing the talent out of some of these lads.
Man, straight to a German.
Oh, no.
Oh, God almighty, this is absolutely awful to watch.
Oh,
now England might get a break. Foden coming away with it. Tries to play in Raheem Sterling. He can't control it, and the move is dead, and Germany come back at us again with Gundogan. Took a heavy touch. England win it back. Bellingham now in the centre of the park. Plays it wide for Reece James. James, again, right back to Kyle Walker. There's just no attacking momentum from England at all.
I mean,
Walker
this is
thumps
not
one left looking for Luke Shaw. Shaw takes it down on his thigh, plays it back to Harold Maguire. All the way back again to Eric Dyer. Dyer this time goes long, looking for a forward run. Finds Reece James. That was a good ball. James just outside the German penalty area. Terrible ball, and Germany clear again. Bellingham wins it back for England. Now this is an opportunity. Harry Kane, good ball down the line to Reece James. Clips it across, and it's headed away for an England corner. That's better. Good defending, though, by Schlotterbeck, Alex.
I mean, as soon as we give a bit of energy to the performance, the difference is frightening. We're so much better with energy, and we're so much better when Maguire and Shaw are not involved in the build-up. Apart from that lovely ball from Shaw in the first half, they are just a danger to us.
In swinger, and it's headed over the bar from Eric Dyer, who is very annoyed with himself. Bit of a free header there. Who's coming off? Trying to see what number he's holding up there. I think it's number 11. And number 10. So he's taken Phil Foden off and Raheem Sterling. So Raheem Sterling, who's probably been one of the better players for England, he's yanking off. Unbelievable. But hey-ho, let's see what Mason Mount and Bukayo Saka can do. Can they do anything different?
I mean, I need to change my surname to Shaw, because if you can put in that kind of performance and still not be punished for it, then get away with anything.
Absolutely. By the way, when I say Sterling's been probably England's brightest player, I meant in the first half. Second half, nothing. But then again, England have offered very little second half as a team, never mind individuals.
Dyer looks up for it now. Dyer, after he missed that header, he's just put in a really good challenge. Dyer looks annoyed. He's trying to fair enough to an older senior pro trying to drag the team up slightly. I do appreciate that. Saka on the right, finally, where he plays for Arsenal. Thank God.
Yep. Here come England now down the left-hand side. Is that Declan Rice? Or is it Harry Maguire?
It's Harry Maguire.
What's he doing up there? Holy cow.
Surprise, surprise.
And here come Germany. Maguire's out of position. It's Timo Werner. He's got lots of runners. He cuts inside. Werner. Oh, that's a beautiful ball to have it to take us a space. 2-0 Germany. An absolute belter from Kai
because
Havertz.
Maguire's playing left wing.
2-0 up. It's awful defending. Nobody picking Kai Havertz up. And he bends a beauty into the top corner. No chance for Nick Pope. But Harry Maguire, you are a monumental bellend and should not be on this pitch in a million freaking years.
Maguire lost the ball in a left wing position, trying to be a left winger for some reason. And then
What's
gives
he
the
doing,
ball away
man?
going backwards. Recovery run from him as well.
Look where he's running. He's not even looking.
Yeah.
Kai Havertz is right behind him.
No awareness.
Go and close him down,
awareness.
you bellends.
Yeah,
honestly.
It's off. Sub him off. That was shocking. No attempted recovery run. No awareness that Havertz was behind him. Dyer tries to actually stop the block. Maguire just stands there like a deer in the headlights.
It's a brilliant finish, you have to say. Let's be honest. It's a brilliant, brilliant finish.
Well,
but to give him the amount of space like that is suicidal. Look at him. Twice you've lost the ball, Maguire, and twice you've given the ball away. Useless.
Gosens and Serge Gnabry coming on for Germany.
Yep, absolutely.
Raum coming off.
I've lost my stream again.
I mean, well, we just kicked off, so you're not missing much. Sane's off for Serge Gnabry.
No, I've got it back. But I'm behind you now, so I'm going to have to restart it again, Alex. If you bear with me a moment, I will be back with you.
Wing. We've got Luke Shaw.
Guys, as usual, if you're enjoying this, sorry, Alex, if you're enjoying the stream tonight, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel and like what you see, please do hit that subscribe button and become part of the Toon Review family. Unfortunately, we haven't been bringing you the best of news at the minute. Newcastle, of course, haven't won in a while. And now England, well, dear me. Dear me. Garbage. Anyway, we're trying to press them now. It's come back out of Bellingham. He's got a lot of space here. Tees one up. Straight at the goalkeeper. You look at the difference in quality there, Alex, in the finishing. You look at Havertz there. Beautifully controlled shot. And then that one from Bellingham. Straight at the goalkeeper. You know, I mean, granted, it's a long way out, but you know what it is. There's just nothing. Nothing. Declan Rice plays it back. Who's come on, did you say, Alex?
Gosens, fullback, and Serge Gnabry odds on for Sane. So Raum went off and Sane went off.
All right, so we've got Gosens and we've got
Gnabry on.
Gnabry's on as well. Oh, great. Gundogan, who's my man of the match today, by the way, Gundogan. He's been outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Schlotterbeck for Germany. Werner, lovely little flick on. But I would imagine that the boos will be ringing out at Wembley. There's no doubt about that because people are getting really fed up with this England team and Southgate's negativity and crap decisions. Here's Mason Mount bursting down the left-hand side for England. Can he conjure up anything? He's pulled it back onto his right. He's got the cross in. Harry Kane is going in there. He's been anonymous. Absolutely anonymous.
Yeah, as he was doing what he did the other night against Italy. He ran a few channels. Horrible link-up play in the first 15 minutes. And
try somebody else. Put somebody else up front. Honestly, how many times do we have to say it, though?
Well, he's got Abraham and Tony sat on the bench, both of whom are doing very, very well at their clubs, respectively. So it makes no sense. I mean, Kane's doing very well for Tottenham, but this is not how Tottenham play.
No, it's not. Declan Rice for England now. Trying to break over the halfway line, plays it out to the left to Maguire, back to Eric Dyer. Dyer's got Kyle Walker in front of him, but he goes for Bellingham instead. Back to Declan Rice. Bellingham again. Bellingham's done well there because he was getting closed down very, very quickly, but he's got it out to Reece James. Saka's making a good run down the right-hand side now. Bukayo Saka back to Reece James. James, great cross. Oh, it's come all the way to Luke Shaw. Is it in?
That must have crossed the line.
It is.
Yeah, crossed the line.
Wow, we've got to go back.
He's still
we've
terrible.
scored a goal from open play. Well, there you go. Slap me with a wet kebab. It is 2-1. I mean, to be honest, it was a good build. A beautiful ball in by Reece James. Yeah, miles over the line. Ter Stegen will be disappointed. I think he felt he should have got more on that as he came out the block. Just one of them things went under his legs, and it's in the back of the net. 2-1. It gives us a lifeline with 20 minutes to go, Alex.
Yeah, well, they've got a lot of fresh legs on the pitch, but just keep going, keep pressing, keep trying to play the same balls in.
Yep.
Energy. We might be able to get an equalizer. We'll see how it goes.
Guys, please no spoilers in the chat. If you put any spoilers in, you will be removed by the mods. They will warn you once, but they won't take it a second time. That's a handball. My internet's playing up at the minute. It's going all sorts of wrong. German player down at the minute. I'm not sure why.
So that
Bellingham
goal
did well there.
Yeah, it was Bellingham. Kyle Walker wanted the easy ball across, and Bellingham said no. Tried to take it through the midfield himself, which ultimately gave us that space to play the ball back in from Reece James. So yeah, Bellingham is playing well ahead of his years. Clearly one of the more technically gifted players on the pitch. Well,
absolutely.
In a red shirt anyway.
Struggling with my internet out a little bit at the moment.
Kimmich is down. They got the magic sponge on.
Yeah, I've gone a bit dodgy on the internet apparently, but that's because my internet's gone absolutely skew-whiff.
I wouldn't worry about it. They're all down at the moment, so they're having a drinks break because Kimmich is receiving treatment. So players are having a breather. Gundogan's holding the ball ready for the restart in a minute, whenever that's going to be. Southgate's had enough of his chewing gum. Don't blame you, mate.
Enough of his chewing gum. Jesus wept.
No, we've restarted. And we are... Oh, okay. We fouled and it didn't get given. Referee's been very strange today. Very hot and cold. Saka breaking. Foden. Oh, it's in! It's in.
What?
Not Foden. That was Mount. Mount even. Saka through to Mount.
Equalised.
Right-footed shot. We've equalised 2-2. Brilliant shot. Incredible shot. Arguably, that was a foul in the build-up. Don't care. Lovely. Saka just wriggles through the middle slightly there and just plays Mount. Terrible. Nobody picked him up. Gnabry just running at shadows. Literally just nobody picked him up. It was just a simple forward run from Saka. Played in Mount, who bent his run. Right-footed curling shot. Past Ter Stegen, no hope. Really, really poor position. Really incredibly poor positioning from Germany there. That was quite a simple goal. 2-2.
Unbelievable.
Mason Mount in. It is game on. And unfortunately, Southgate is going to get credited with that.
Well, of course he will.
It was the two substitutes linking up to get the equalizer. Oh, here he goes, clapping the players as if it was all him. But well done at least, lads. And well done for Bellingham. Actually, he started the whole of this sort of comeback, dragging the game by the scruff of its neck and progressing it through midfield. And he is is he second youngest on the pitch when Musiala went off, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, the referee's got a whistle.
Alex, I'm going to come back in, mate. I'm just going to sort this internet out.
Not a problem.
I'll be back in a second.
Well, blown for a foul there. I did think the referee had forgotten his whistle for the last sort of 20 minutes because there's been a lot of heel banging and clips, and he's just not blowing for anything. England fans singing in the crowd. Everybody very happy now. We're still at the same position we were at the start of the game. We're still drawing, but nice to score 2 goals. Nice to score 2 goals from open play. Germany look a bit rattled now. They're trying to slow it down. Gosens taking a throw in from the left side. Hansi Flick looking a bit nervous on the sidelines. The German fans looking very nervous as well. It's always good seeing German fans nervous. They're just hoofing balls up now. Very erratic play. And it falls to Kane up front. Going to try and release Saka. No, he released Reece James down the right wing.
Right on. Should have sorted it out.
Wow, for a throw.
I can't believe this is 2-2.
Germany rattled. Germany are rattled. Ball's
Clearly
going high up in the air. They can't string 2 passes together. Very strange.
Here's Declan Rice now bursting forward, looking for Luke Shaw on the left-hand side. He's got an overlap from Maguire. Shaw does really well there, trying to whip the ball in. Claims handball doesn't happen. Havertz brings it away for Germany. England have got a sort of bit of confidence in the step now, haven't they? They're really flying into tackles, pressing hard.
Mount is playing brilliantly. Energy, pressing, going in for tackles.
But why has it took this long to get going? You know what I mean? It's
Rice is
travesty.
Tired.
Travesty.
Putting a good shift.
Musiala's got a bit of cramp. Germany will be absolutely foaming. They'll be absolutely foaming.
I mean, to be completely honest, they were 2 very gifted goals. I mean, fair enough, it was a brilliant shot from Havertz, but a penalty given away and just given acres of space to shoot. Whereas we worked for those goals. But quite poor positional defending for that second goal, though. Nobody picked up. Nobody really went for Saka. They were just chasing him. And then nobody sort of saw Mount bend that little run in and get the shot away. Brilliant shot from Mount as well. Lovely shot. Thomas Muller's coming in.
Thomas Muller.
They're scared.
He never seems to age, this bloke, does he?
The Ramdeuter, the Space Invader.
Ab says, statue for Southgate outside.
Not am I for Southgate outside? Well, no. I still respect everything he's done. He was brilliant in the early parts of the first few years.
Oh, Germany could have been in there again. Werner took his eye off the ball. He could have been in. Here's Harry Kane now bursting forward for England. Oh. That's a foul, surely on the far side. England screaming, but the play will go on because obviously we've got the ball here. Reece James cuts inside, out to the left-hand side where we seem to be quite dominant at the moment. Bellingham, he's got Luke Shaw on the overlap. Shaw will look to try and put a cross in. He doesn't. He goes back to Declan Rice. Rice inside to Mount. Mount lays it off to Luke Shaw. Shaw again. Looks to flick it through. He's got a second bite of the cherry here, Luke Shaw. Plays it back to Bellingham. Bellingham's got Reece James and acres of space on the right-hand side of the penalty area. James cuts back onto his left. Flicks it with his right. Didn't quite get there, but England really on top here. Bellingham.
An inch higher.
Declan Rice. There's a German gone down for some strange reason. Played out to the far side again. Reece James pulls it back to Saka. Saka inside. There's an England player gone rolling and writhing in agony there. And England are claiming a penalty. Bellingham is down. He's screaming. England playing on for the moment. They're going to have to kick this out, surely. If Bellingham's as injured as he is, he's still down. Right on the shin, he got that.
I mean,
Kane is going to try and get up.
Out. No.
Be interesting to see that one again. It hasn't gone out, though. Here's Reece James. James cutting inside now. England completely dominating this game all of a sudden. It's incredible. Here's Luke Shaw. Shaw inside to Kane. Kane flicks it back to Luke Shaw. Shaw on his left peg gets it across to Kyle Walker. Walker's got a lot of options here. Inside to Bellingham. Bellingham inside to Reece James. And my internet's gone funny again. I can't believe this. Bellingham now for England. Inside to Saka. Saka. Kane. Kane. Oh, just into side netting. Again, an opportunity. It's going to be a corner, though.
That should have been a goal. That should have been 3-2. Kane with a shot from inside the box. He span it. He just gave it a quick turn and shoot, quick release, but not on target, unfortunately.
Not far away, but that's what you want to see from Harry Kane.
Oh, there is a
Those
penalty
sort of
on
efforts on
Bellingham as
goal.
well. The replay of that tackle on Bellingham, studs up on the back of his. Oh, we're getting the VAR check. It's got to be a penalty. Studs in the back of Bellingham's calf. That's that's got to also be a penalty. That's pretty Stonewall, to be fair. Nearly as Stonewall as
I can't see jack
one.
shit at the minute.
He's gone over to the monitor to check.
That's a penalty, and then if he's gone to the monitor, it's a penalty.
Yeah, he's gone studs up and stamped on sort of the shin pad of Bellingham as he's lunged in. 100% a penalty. It's from Schlotterbeck. I mean, he arguably touched the ball, but he's gone right into. Yeah, he's led studs up. It's got to be a pen. It is. It's a penalty. We have a penalty. We have a penalty, guys, from Schlotterbeck. Foul on Bellingham. 81 minutes. And we all know who's going to take this. Oh, he's getting a card out of his pocket as well. It is only a yellow one for Schlotterbeck, fortunately for him. Yeah, that was a nasty tackle. That's a leg breaker, that is. Fair enough, he was trying to go for the ball, but that was very dangerous. You see Bellingham's got his toes pointed down. Schlotterbeck studs up. Definite penalty. They're all arguing the toss.
I'm slightly ahead of you now, Alex, because I've got the telly on.
Right, well, I don't know what's happened, so obviously it's Kane going to take. Of course it's Kane going to take.
Harry Kane, what a big penalty this is.
Right, go on, you take over.
Score!
Oh,
England suddenly lead 3-2.
I'm in the past. I haven't seen it.
Absolutely quality penalty, as you'd expect from Harold Kane.
What is ter Stegen doing here with his
I can't believe this. We're now 3-2 ahead.
That was a great penalty. Top bins, top left corner. Cracking shot. Well done, Kane. Ter Stegen with his little crab shimmy isn't going to put him off. Oh, the poor Germans in the crowd. Oh, dear.
To be fair, it's actually all changed since he made the substitutions, really, hasn't it? In fairness.
Well, it's more about the intensity than anything. We were lacking intensity. The pressing just was non-existent. We've gone from trying to play a deep block counter-attacking to trying to win every ball.
It's quite incredible, to be honest.
It's a complete shift in style, though. They want the ball. They're trying to be on the ball more. They're not afraid of the ball. They're pressing higher. They're winning, trying to win every second ball. We weren't doing that before. This is what we want. If Southgate can get them playing like this, then I don't mind. But we need to be trying to play football like this. It works because we're winning. 3-2 against Germany.
A 2-0, it was all over. It was absolutely all over at 2-0. And now all of a sudden, we're 3-2
with all their
ahead.
attacking talent on the pitch, they've not displayed. I've not been too frightened. There've been a couple of balls over the top of Werner, but they've not displayed much offensively in the second half, really, apart obviously the goals. But I mean, after those goals, it's not really been too crazy. It was more to do with our mistakes than their quality.
It's just an incredible turnaround. And do you know what it is? I don't know what it is about England versus Germany, but it's incredible. It really is.
Southgate's trying to press the line. I'm going to come back in.
I think I've sorted me and then I'll give us 2 seconds.
Okay. Well, we've still got the ball. Lovely dink over the top to Mount again, who is in acres of space constantly. He's finding himself in a lot of space, always ready to receive the ball. Trying to find Reece James, and he goes up for a throw-in on the right wing. We're still up. Southgate's gesturing. Stay high, lads. Stay high. This is what we want. This is really nice. If only he could have done this slightly earlier on in the game. Mount has looked brilliant. He's looked incredibly sharp since he came on. Not only has he scored, he's making himself available for passes. He's a nuisance. He's drawing 2 defenders to him constantly. Looks very, very sharp. Right, back in play. Kyle Walker gets mobbed a bit. falls to Gnabry, and they're going to try and go backwards and recycle possession. Germany are to. They could have countered there, but they've chosen to go backwards and keep the ball. They're a bit nervous. Strange. They want to go down the right wing. Out to Havertz, back to Gundogan. And nice, lovely tackle. Bellingham and Rice in the middle, winning the ball back. Kane makes a left wing drive, and he's all the way. Dinks it across goal. Saka couldn't quite get there. It was a bit too high. I think it went out for a goal kick. It did. It went out for a goal kick. Unfortunate. Lovely run from Kane there. I wonder where that pace was the previous 80 minutes of the match. That was brilliant. He burnt 2 people for pace. Harry Kane on the left wing. Who'd have known? This is bizarre. Southgate's done some hoodoo magic here. It's definitely changed some batteries halfway through this second half. Different players.
It's 3-3.
Oh, is it? Oh, we're on the attack. Gnabry from 25. Oh, Pope spills. Oh, and it's in.
Yeah.
From
3-3.
Spill. Popey, what you doing, mate? That was not good enough.
Dear me.
That wasn't a cracking shot from Gnabry either. It wasn't a spill save, really.
No,
you
should have gathered that. That's awful.
That's poor Pope. I think that's all but sealed that Pickford's going to be the number 1, unfortunately. Yeah, this is his chance. I mean, it was hit with a bit of venom, but you can't be spilling that. Luke Shaw again. Slowest to respond. Havertz straight in front. Arguably, the blame's got to go with Nick Pope there, though. You can't be spilling that. That's a shame.
Not from that range.
I can't defend him there.
Easily. Awful.
Yeah, he knows as well. He knows. He closes his eyes looking at the camera. He knows it was his fault. Unlucky, mate.
Yeah. Awful.
Well, we're still on the ball in the left wing. Bellingham's trying to walk through 3 people. Nearly did it as well.
Can you believe that, though?
I mean, I've seen glimpses of if Southgate can get us playing this kind of way, like the certain way we've played in parts of this match. If he can harness that slightly, and we can get some of these performances in the World Cup, then it might not be as disastrous as we're all thinking. But let's not pretend that, some of this game was dire, awful, absolutely awful. And I don't mean Eric Dyer. I mean diabolical.
Sorry about my internet connection, folks. Apparently, there's a problem in the street. I don't know what's going on.
Kimmich with a filthy switch out to the right wing. Germany have brought on the silky football again from nowhere. They've got their confidence back. Slabhead heads it away. They're just playing the ball around our 18-yard box at the moment, just trying to keep possession, seeing if a gap opens up. Gundogan instrumenting all of it.
Oh, just wide.
I think you're a lot further ahead than me now. I think you've.
Well, I'm watching on the TV. Forward. That's why, because I've got no internet connection. That's why I might be looking a bit.
We've got Saka
on the internet.
Completely open.
Yeah, he puts it wide. I think it's going to finish 3-3 if I'm openly honest.
No, it's Stegen got a glove to that. It's a corner. He's got to be finishing that. That's not good enough. He's fresh as well. It was a cracking pass by Kane to release him there. You got to be getting that on target. You got to be trying
to think how many minutes he's added on. Can't see. We're into injury time.
Havertz is off for Bella Kochap, the centre-back. Well, I mean, Germany are bringing on a centre-back, so that's flattering. They're trying to make sure that we don't score anymore.
Yeah. Terrible corner. Bah. I
haven't seen it yet, but Bellingham's coming off. He looks distraught. He looks absolutely knackered, bless him. He's worked his socks off. Well done, young man. Still a teenager, and he's performed better than half the players on the pitch.
There is 6 minutes of injury time, Alex.
Well, Slabhead can get on the end of this. Oh, no, you've already seen this corner, haven't you? Nope. Straight to the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Right, Alex, I'm going to have to reboot this router because I'll be 2 minutes.
Okay, no problem. He's gone. Well, we're not missing much. I'm in the 91st minute. Maguire is blowing. He's really struggling. Henderson's asking if he's all right. Not sure what's wrong with him. Cramp, tiredness. Germany taking a throw in on the right wing here. Henderson's trying to get everything organised, shepherd it. Declan Rice in with a tackle again. Rice has been brilliant as well. Rice and Bellingham as that pair have been exceptional. It's just a shame that we're missing a little bit more in midfield as a result of playing that back five and them sitting so deep most of the time. But they've been exceptional. So good. Germany still got the ball, played it all the way back to the centre-backs and are just happy to try and run the clock down, it would seem. Although Mount still up for it, pressing nice and high, moving us up the pitch, which is good. And now we've got a bit of a better shape about us. Has gone out for another Germany throw-in, though, with Thomas Müller getting absolutely munched by Maguire. Never thought I'd see that. Still Germany recycling it with the centre-backs. Saka trying to harass. Henderson going in for the press. So he should. He's very fresh as well. Lads trying to stay high up the pitch, keep a good shape. Germany still knocking it around, back out to the right wing. Thomas Müller on the right wing again. Goes backwards again, centre-backs. Running down the clock. Are they looking for gaps? Oh, Schlotterbeck tried to bend a ball in there for Werner, making a run, but it was way too overhit. Just a highlight of Bellingham going off there. Embraced by Southgate. I mean, he did well enough. He did brilliant. He looks absolutely exhausted on that bench. Never seen him look so tired before. He put in an absolute shift. Nick Pope with the goal kick for us after that overhit through ball to Werner. And it doesn't quite find Kane. It was the right target, though. Oh, Saka and Kane getting their wires crossed a little bit there. And Kane decided to foul for no reason. A little bit unnecessary there. We could have taken the throw in. Back to the German centre-backs we go. Still sat in a 5-2-3 here with Rice next to Henderson. Well done. Good press there. Forced the ball out on the right wing for us. So it's our right side. Kyle Walker, nice throw in into Declan Rice. Strange pressure from Thomas Müller there. Dyer's going to boot it long. Trying to find Kane. Kane gets taken out. But there's a German player on the floor. Oh, nice link-up play up front. It's found its way to Saka. A lot of scrambling in the box here. Very erratic on that box. And the referee stopped it because whoever Kane clattered in that challenge is not happy. I think it was Sula. It was Sula. It both looked like they tried for the same ball, really. Sula just came off worse. Let's have a look at this again. We've got a replay. Ooh, I think there was a little bit of elbow in Sula's ribs there from Kane. Kane likes leaving the elbows in.
Hurrah!
Hello.
Well, I'm now
back to the German centre backs we go.
I'm now connected to my phone because we've got no internet at all now. So,
oh dear. Well, I've only got 1 minute left on my stream.
5G on my phone, which
I don't think we can hear you, Paul. I think your 5G is not good enough. Well, last attack of the game, I would imagine. Reese up to Saka. Saka's giving it to Henderson, the 18-yard box. It falls to Mount. Mount's brought down in the penalty area. Referee waves get up. And we're back to German centre-backs again. They're just going to try and take the sting out of the game. I mean, I like the fact that we're looking for the winner and they're kind of not. That's nice. But it is at Wembley. That's 6 minutes on my screen gone. So ref needs to look at his whistle. There we go. He's blown it. Full time for me. I don't know if Paul's finished. I don't know if he can hear me. I don't know if he's there.
You do realize that people are going to hammer Nick Pope.
I do realize that people are going to hammer Nick Pope. I caught that. Yeah, people are going to hammer Nick Pope for that. Neutrals, people who are not fans of our club. Yes, that's a shame. It was a mistake. We can't defend it. He spilt it. It happens, though. It seems to happen with a lot of international, a lot of England goalkeepers just seem to make mistakes. I don't know why Ramsdale made a lot of mistakes when he tried. We have 2 pulls on the screen. Oh, God. Now just 1.
Honestly, I don't know what is going on, Alex.
We had 2 of you then.
I've got no internet. I'm struggling. Listen, we'll end the stream there because obviously I've got to sort this internet out. It's just going to, honestly.
Well, 3-3. We did not lose to Germany. It's better than nothing. We scored some goals from open play.
Indeed.
It was better than it could have been. 6 goals in the game, but we still are dead last and relegated.
But anyway, thanks everybody for tuning into the watch along. We will be back tomorrow at 8:30 with the fan forum and hopefully a lot better internet. Will kick ass or whatever's going on in the street. It's obviously affecting everybody's internet. But Alex, thank you for your company tonight. Thank you to everybody that's joined in and enjoyed the game with us. We will see you tomorrow night and enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care, guys. Good night.